back, and as I predicted, I did not wake up in time. I cannot wake up for these anymore. It's so fucking hard. 7 o'clock? Sometimes earlier. Loading, loading, loading. Lady Aglaya.
Kamigami yo.
I hear it in Chinese. Is it really fucking... Are they really still striking? I thought that shit was over.
Goran kudasai. Onpalos wa shouri o osame. Saisouki ga mamonaku otozuremasu. Shikashi, hontou ni sou deshou ka?
最近エルシオンの景色がまぶたの
No way, we actually go to his
最後
hometown.
の一人になったとしても再創生の偉業を成し遂げてください。
新世界は必ず訪れる。
I cannot wait to see this clip. Oh my lord, I'm ready.
黎明を灯す。星々を燃やし尽くす。諸行をもたらそう。第1回ピノコニー聖杯戦争開幕。
とあなたが私のマスターか。燃えたて騎士の魂よ。暴風よ舞い上がれ。
もう少し手応えがあると思ったのね。機は熟した。逃げ場はない。
あらゆる邪悪を打ち滅ぼせセイバー。
汝は開白の黎明が訪れるまで灼熱の太陽を背負い続ける。
死者を花から呼び出して殺し合わせて勝者が全てを手に入れる。
行かなくちゃいけない。背負わないといけないんだ。
ピノコニーの伝説はあれど英雄はいないと。
お任せを。
私見ました壊滅。これにて完成。宝石の余震をもって来世に暁を。
Oh my god. What is that, evil fine on? It looks sick as shit. Holy fuck, he looks good. A damn shame this wasn't in English, but oh well, what can you fucking do when everyone's on goddamn strike?
Hey, Mr. Albert?
Hello.
He's looking a little
Albert.
glitchy.
Ooh, and whether or not you have a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the version 3.4 for The Sun is Set to Die special program. I'm your most beloved host, Albert.
Rebooting really does solve all problems. Now we can introduce ourselves. Hi, everyone. I'm Finan. I'm so happy to be on the special program.
Hello,
Oh, yeah,
everyone.
brother.
I'm Anaxagoras.
Nice to see all of you again. Did you miss me?
Oh, of course we missed you. Well, dear guests, welcome to the show. I have been looking forward to this special program more than anything else. The way the story in the last version left off had my heart racing.
The burning sky and the fall of dawn. Akuma was the last place under Kefali's protection, but now it has also sunk into Evernight.
All of our Chrysosair companions did everything in their power to buy precious time for the Trailblazer and Finan, so they could return the very last core flame to the vortex of Genesis.
We already found out the truth, so what do a few sacrifices matter? Every Chrysos heir was prepared for this. You just need to boldly take that last step toward the Era Nova.
But in the trailer just now, it seems like Finan is gonna go through a lot. I saw a few scenes that looked like flashbacks, and I think I even saw a different form of him.
The truth of Amphoris is about to reveal itself. I assume everyone can already tell that all that's happened in Amphoris is not as simple as it seems.
Indeed. For example, when we went to fight Aquila, we noticed that the Eye of Twilight seemed unusually high-tech.
And when the Dawn device went out, many of the structures in Akuma and the Vortex of Genesis started showing strange textures. It was like the whole world was peeling off.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we take a look back at our whole journey so far in Amphoris and lay out our suspicions and clues?
I saw a rumor that Amphoris isn't real and it's all
at the end of the
simulation.
3.3 story,
no
the geniuses
fucking way.
reveal that the source of Amphoris' tragedy is an
Looking pretty
Emperor's
good.
scepter that survived to this day.
It has something to do with that erudition god beyond the sky, doesn't it?
That's the one.
Even though I don't quite understand these principles, this breeding ground, which switched from following the path of erudition to the path of destruction, must be hiding secrets beyond Era Nova.
In addition,
Smart
that Tin
as
Man
always.
Lygus is also pretty suspicious. He and Finan had a pretty significant conversation in the Vortex of Genesis.
Actually, I was already suspicious of him when he said he could fix the Express and send the Trailblazers back home. Well, the mask is coming off now.
Based on my interactions with him, Lygus doesn't seem to have any desire to oppose the Chrysos heirs. Rather, he only wishes to quietly observe everything as it unfolds.
Could it be that everything that's happened so far is exactly what he wanted to see? That title, Theoros, does mean spectator. If we combine this information with what we know about the relationship between the scepter and paths, maybe Amphoris is being used as a chessboard by people from beyond this world, and Lygus is one of them.
Oh, you're exactly right. If the situation in the
Yes.
cosmos is like a game of chess, then Amphoris is a trap to set up the checkmate. But who knows? Maybe the chess pieces themselves can overturn the board. The hero's Era Nova could affect the worlds beyond the sky, and the Trailblazers' choices may also determine the future of the universe.
But before the Era Nova actually arrives, there's no way to tell what it will bring. The Trailblazers have already done so much for Amphoris. I don't want them to have to experience the unknown of Era Nova.
As someone from beyond the sky, they already risked a lot by taking on a demigod's divine authority.
Multiple demigods.
If something were to happen in the Era Nova,
No, we can't let them stay. They have to listen to Finan and go home.
Well said. The Trailblazers won't betray the sincerity you've shown them. However, their fate will still be tied to that of Amphoris. They'll be returning to the battlefield with a very important mission.
On the other hand, I suspect many of our audience members, like me, have some questions about Finan. That Finan we saw in the Vortex of Genesis at the end of the 3.3 story? Why was his name hidden?
Yeah, why was
Maybe
his name
that
hidden?
Finan isn't the one we're all familiar with.
What?
Oh,
Mm-hmm. But I'll leave the specific details for everyone to find out themselves in the game in version 3.4. I've actually got some other information to reveal to you.
What kind of information?
Following the story's progress, as I've written, we'll receive a big update in this version. In these records that we've kept, you will be able to catch a glimpse of Amphoris' true nature.
before, as I've written, was like a storybook, keeping record of our friends' stories.
Oh my god,
Now-
those.
Even its appearance has changed. It feels like something big is about to happen.
it looks like it's turned into some kind of database.
You can use this system to unlock even more of Amphoris' secrets.
Indeed.
That's right.
True.
Aside from the major updates too, as I've written, the long-awaited skip dialogue feature, which was previously announced, is finally going live in version 3.4. Story dialogue can now be skipped by section, with plot summaries and the main characters that appeared in each section displayed along the way. Now you can choose the pace of storytelling based on your own preferences. In version 3.6, there'll also be a story recap function. Stay tuned! But of course, as we move into version 3.4, we shall take the final step of the prophecy together and witness the truth and the fate of this world. And the myriad celestia that Mr. Shaoji hinted at in the version 3.2 preview is finally going live soon.
Oh, you mean what's happening beyond the sky? Is it also related to Amphorius and Era Nova?
We'll have to keep it a secret for now.
Ooh.
Meanwhile, we'll be releasing an
licking golden
animated
blood
short.
out of his body.
This
That's
animated
not
short
good.
contains a very important part of the story in version 3.4. Can't spill too much here, but I can give you a little teaser. This short will come with its own original theme song. So don't miss it.
Awesome. Nice.
I can't wait to dive into the new story already.
Don't most of them have their own
Why
songs?
don't we turn our attention to
Am I
our
crazy?
good friend Viden and take a look at his story together.
Oh, baby, here we go. I'm waiting for this kid. Holy. Basic attack. Skill. Alt. Oh my lord. I'm sorry? What is this guy, fucking Madara? There's more?
What in the world happened to Finan to make him change this much?
What, he deleted
This
the
is
fucking
nothing like the
world in his
warm,
kid?
sunny person we all know.
Oh my lord.
Now he seems strange and formidable.
Oh,
That was not a
could you
kid, that was a
elaborate?
boss battle.
I remember when our buddy first showed up in Amphorius. Finan was one of the first
What
Chrysos
the
heirs to
fuck?
genuinely welcome them. And when danger came knocking, he always had our backs.
But behind that kindness and reliability, Finan carries the expectations of many. He is the deliverer chosen by the prophecy, and Aglaya's hand-picked successor of the Flame Chase journey.
I know this song.
Aglaya even used her own
is when
death
Finan
to
tried
set him
to
up
say
for
goodbye to
success
us.
by making the Council of Elders the focus of criticism, and allowing Finan to step up and rally the people.
Yeah, all of us have high hopes for him. Some even call him the Deliverer of Amphorius. Even Cypher, who barely ever showed her face, used to call him Little Deliverer Boy.
It's as if everyone just assumes that he'll be a savior.
Now I'm curious. What was Finan like before he joined the Flame Chase journey? Was he one of those perfect kids everyone got compared to?
Before the Flame Chase journey, guess we've got to go back to my hometown, Ides Elysiae. It was a small, remote village. Nothing flashy, but far away from the chaos.
Ooh, sounds like a real peaceful place.
This is a cool looking
It
place.
was. And even though the village was small, everyone got along really well. There were also beautiful rivers and mountains, and even a forest. That forest was home to all kinds of little fairies. When I was little, I'd go exploring the woods and visit those cute fairies. When I wasn't exploring, I'd go play with my friends by the sea. We pretended to be heroes from the old stories and practiced our, swordsmanship. When we got tired, we went to lie down in the wheat fields until we got called home for dinner.
No strife, no invaders, or any of that deliverance crisis stuff? Seems like a complete paradise.
The wheat fields look gorgeous too. Lying there, surrounded by golden waves of wheat, with the breeze
This is a
carrying that
good-looking
sweet
area.
malted scent. Oh, just the thought of it is enough to get me excited.
And guess what? You won't have to imagine for long. In version 3.4, we get to explore Ides Elysiae alongside the Trailblazer. Learn about Finan's past, how he became a warrior, joined the Flame Chase, and grew into the person he is today.
Can't
Hell
wait!
yeah.
From a carefree little kid to the deliverer carrying everyone's hopes, you've really come a long way.
These days, Finan just gives off this heaviness. Like he'd still press on no matter how exhausted, just to live up to everyone's expectations.
Amphoris needed a hero, so he became one. The Chrysos heirs needed hope and a leader, so that's who he became. Looking back at the main art for this version, even though Finan's face is still the same, his whole vibe has shifted. His gaze is now sharp and commanding, completely different from before. Now we're just one step away from the era Nova that the prophecy foretold. The deepest truths of Amphoris are about to come to light. What trials lie ahead, and what choices will Finan make?
A hero's journey is never easy. But if the will in your heart is strong enough, no fire can burn you out. If anything, every trial is just a forge for an even brighter soul. I am more than ready.
Well said. Then, let's let everyone experience it all themselves in version 3.4. Now let's take a look at how Finan performs in battle.
You got it. I'll first show up in the familiar form everyone knows. When using my skill, I'll deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. The use of my skill also grants me core flames. Once I've collected enough of them, I can activate my ultimate.
Wait, so core flames only come from using your skill?
Not at all. Finan can also gain core flames when he's selected as a target by a teammate or enemy ability. If he is the target of a teammate's ability, Finan will deal even more damage.
When I use my ultimate, I'll create a territory and transform.
After transforming, Finan powers up massively. Teammates temporarily retreat and can't take action while he faces the enemy head-on with newfound strength.
All alone? That sounds way too risky.
Brother.
No worries.
Just
All the
3
talents and buffs
abilities.
from Finan's teammates still stay active to provide him with much-needed support.
Exactly. After using the core flames to transform, I have access to the powers of 3 kinds of titans: Creation, Calamity, and Foundation, each with a brand new ability.
Care to elaborate on that?
Tapping into the power of the Creation Titans, I can deal damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Calling upon the power of the Calamity Titans, I'll enter a special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which I receive reduced damage, and each hit I take builds up the Soul Scorch stack. Once all enemies have taken action, I retaliate, dealing damage to all enemies and then unleashing multiple instances of damage on one random enemy.
Heads up. The more Soul Scorch stacks he's got, the stronger that counterattack hits.
Using these 2 abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my 3rd ability. With the power of the Foundation Titans, I dispel all debuffs on myself, then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. If I've maxed out the consumable Scourge Charge, I also slam all enemies with extra damage.
Once all his actions have been used up, Finan will unleash one final blow, hitting all enemies before removing the territory. Finan's technique is pretty unique too. Upon casting it, Finan instantly strikes all enemies in a certain radius.
Oh, he's a black hole too.
They're immediately wiped out without even triggering a battle.
Wait.
Rest in peace,
All
Acheron.
enemies? That's nuts.
Of course, power comes with a cost. This technique consumes 2 technique points.
If the technique misses, it won't cost any points. Plus, when Finan's in the team, the technique point cap goes up by 3.
Of course it
When
does.
I use my technique to enter combat, I'll also regenerate energy for my teammates. In addition, at the start of each wave, I'll deal damage to all enemies and gain Scourge.
I
Oh my god.
All right. Now that we've
Rest
wrapped up Finan's
in
combat
piss,
abilities,
Acheron,
it's time
brother.
to bring you some updates on a few familiar faces.
Second best technique
In
in the
version
game now.
3.4.
Good lord.
Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka, and Jing Liu are all getting some
Buffed.
serious enhancements.
Let's go!
Happening?
Oh, Mr. Albert, please do tell us what's changing.
Let's start with Silverwolf. After the optimizations, her ultimate now lowers the defense of all enemies instead of just one.
Thank god.
Oh, so it's AoE now, not single target.
Exactly. Meanwhile, she'll prioritize adding a weakness that matches the type of the first character in your lineup. On top of that, Silverwolf will regenerate extra energy at the start of combat and the beginning of each turn.
Oh, that makes it a lot easier to apply the weakness we actually want.
For real.
Next up, Kafka.
Oh my god,
After
these
the
buffs were
buffs,
crazy.
Kafka's skill will trigger more DOT on enemies. And whenever a teammate hits an enemy target with any kind of attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. After unlocking certain traces, the follow-up attack can also trigger extra DOT on the enemy. And using her ultimate recovers the number of times the follow-up attack can be triggered.
So basically, Kafka's got more frequent follow-up attacks, better efficiency applying debuffs, and an overall boost to DOT output.
Yeah, for sure.
And now for Blade. After the update, he will deal
Oh my
damage
God,
to
he
enemies
needed
based on
this.
his max HP. When Blade enters the Hellscape state, he's more likely to be attacked, and his follow-up attacks will regenerate extra energy.
Sounds like Blade can trigger more follow-ups and use his ultimate more often, meaning his total damage output's gonna spike.
Good
Seriously.
observation.
Brother
A change will
needed
happen
it.
to Jing Liu as well. Now she'll deal damage to enemies based on her max HP. Each time a teammate loses HP, Jing Liu stacks extra crit damage. After she enters the spectral transmigration state, she'll also gain a stack of syzygy. That means the spectral transmigration state lasts longer, and her overall damage output climbs even higher accordingly.
Our old friends sure are getting some solid upgrades. But with all these ability reworks, won't their Eidolons be affected?
Oh, don't worry, Professor Anaxa. Some of our old friends' Eidolons will be tweaked to better match the revamped kits, making sure everything stays in sync.
But what if someone wants to stick with their previous version of their abilities?
That won't be a problem. You can switch between our friends' ability
I thought
modes
this was
freely.
pretty cool.
So choose whichever version you like
Normally,
best.
in a game,
For more details, be sure to keep an eye out for official announcements.
Sounds good.
Aside from the ability reworks, one more old friend of ours is getting something new this time around.
Oh my god, I forgot about this. I forgot about this. I forgot about this.
In version 3.4, Firefly's brand new outfit, Spring
Oh
Missive,
my
is making its
god.
debut.
Let's see it.
A new
Look
outfit.
at that.
Ooh, let's take a look at the
I
video
saw a little
clip
peek
first.
when I thought we were going on break. Oh my lord. Oh, they know what they're doing. It's over. Sam gets one too? Have my money. Take my
With
money.
her school uniform on, Firefly looks more youthful than ever.
Oh
And that
my
firefly-shaped
god, have
brooch on her
mercy on my
chest.
soul.
You can tell she put a lot of thought into picking it out.
Maybe she even asked for fashion advice from her fellow Stellaron hunters.
Well,
Oh,
Miss
yeah, that's a
Kafka does
Kafka
have an
dress,
eye for
alright.
style. They must have talked a lot about it behind the scenes.
Even her mech's had a makeover. You think she spruces it up during downtime to match her outfit changes?
I'm surprised
Oh,
about that.
totally possible.
I thought it'd just
if
be,
I had a mech, I'd
you know,
also probably coordinate it with my outfit. New
out
theme,
of
new
battle only.
colors. The whole look has to be consistent. You'll be able to grab
Bro, the
Firefly's
skin
new
looks
look from the
great.
contract shop using Oniric shards. And again, please stay tuned for further details and future official announcements. Next, let's take a look at this
Oh,
version's
that light
banners.
cone art looks
In version 3.4's
insane.
first half warp event, Trailblazers can acquire the limited 5-star character Finan. And the limited 5-star light cone, thus Burns the Dawn, will have a boosted drop rate. Also, a brand new 4-star light cone for the Path of Remembrance, the story's next page, is being added to the first half banner. At the same time, we'll also kick off a special warp event. The limited 5-star characters, Treevee, Sunday, and Sparkle are coming back. Plus,
Damn,
5-star light
triple
cones if time were a
harmony.
flower, a grounded ascent, and Earthly Escapade
That's-
will return as well.
That's cheesy,
In the
Julio.
second half of version 3.4, we've got another round of special warp events. Limited 5-star characters, Firefly, Jingliu, and Blade will be back along with the limited 5-star light cones.
Oh
Whereabouts
my
your
god.
dreams rest, I shall be my own sword and the unreachable side.
Mm-hmm. Two of our newly buffed
I'm
old
gonna
friends are making a
spend
comeback in this version.
So
What about Kafka and
much
Silverwolf?
money.
Here's a little sneak peek. Limited 5-star characters, Kafka and Silver Wolf, will be back in version 3.5. And the limited 5-star light cones, patience is all you need, and incessant rain will rerun as well.
Nice!
I was
Also,
so
8 new 4-star light
Holy.
cones will be added to the Nameless Honor Rewards in version 3.4.
Oh, it's like all their younger selves.
I see quite a few familiar faces on the light cones. There are a few mini versions of Chrysos heirs.
Looks like Finan
Oh, no,
really
little
does
Rico.
enjoy spending his days in the wheat fields.
Nature's mattress.
That's Kabasha?
Can't beat that level of comfort.
For sure.
Where's that little Aglaya?
All right, let's take a quick break. There's still more version 3.4 content coming your way.
Oh my lord. Yo, that skin looked... I heard rumors from like, oh, Firefly's schoolgirl uniform, like, pfft, no fucking way. They did it. They fucking did it and it looks great. But yeah, like I was saying before, it's pretty cool that, you have the option to, if you don't like the rework, you just go back for some reason or another. I don't know why, but yeah. Normally when someone gets reworked, it's, well, I hope you enjoy it. If you don't like it, well, sucks to be you. A certain game called League of Legends does that.
3 game?
Version.
Wait, what? Origami Clash is coming back? Are they gonna make it permanent this time? I love that shit. That shit was so much fun. I would play that before going to bed.
Welcome back! Let's take a look at the events in this version. A piece of good news comes from Penacony at the other end of the cosmos. Origami Bird Clash is about to return in version 3.4.
Oh, is that the cute match 3 game?
That's right! The International Peace Corporation has officially sponsored Origami Bird Clash and hopes to promote this arcade game full of Penaconian flavor throughout the whole cosmos. And the first step to starting that grand venture will be to open up the original shop arcade on the Trailblazers Radiant Feldspar.
There needs to be some new game modes for the game to make a name for itself, right?
Of course! This time, the 2 players will take turns acting on the same field, and every player has a set number of moves. You can eliminate 4 or more fruits to form bombs and obtain extra moves.
You can also get extra moves when you swap 2 super bombs to trigger a combo elimination.
Oh no! I see obstacles popping up on the field. How are we supposed to deal with those?
Not to worry. In this version of the Origami Bird Clash, there will be lots of new items that can help you in battle. For example, Shattering Hammer can eliminate any individual fruit or obstacle. Spicy Bomb can turn a fruit into a bomb, and Reset Cube can reset all fruits on the field. Leveling up items will also make them more powerful.
As long as you pick the right item at the right time, you can turn the tide and deliver a powerful blow to your opponent.
There are plenty of familiar faces among our opponents this time.
That's right. Trailblazers can still battle against many old friends in this event. In addition to participating in story challenges, Trailblazers can also do open challenges with friends from across the universe.
Permanently?
This multiplayer mode won't end with version 3.4 either. Origami Bird Clash will replace the Seal Slammers multiplayer mode and become the new long-term co-op game mode.
We're done
Still
slamming
limited.
seals. Now it's time for slamming paper birds.
I don't get why not just...
All right, let us continue
keep
with
it.
more version content. Our old friend Gift of Odyssey returns
Like,
as
what do you
usual
lose
in
from
version
keeping that shit in the game?
3.4.
Nice!
The planar fissure and realm
Like, what
of
if
the
I want
strange
to play
events
Seal
will
Summons
also
from like
return.
a year from now?
Complete the challenges to get double rewards.
Yep. In version 3.4, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Cinders, will also come online. And you can obtain the Ascension material, Charred Bud of Twilight, for wind characters upon completing the
That's
challenge.
probably
At the same time, the planar ornaments,
Okay, I've
Arcadia
heard of
of
these.
Woven Dreams, and
Apparently
Revelry
one
by the
of these
Sea
is
will
really good
also
for
come
dot
online.
characters.
Trailblazers can obtain them in the Divergent universe.
Ah, why
I'm
did
gonna
my
guess
seat
it's
collapse?
this one because this looks like High Cylons a little bit.
In addition,
I
I'd
have
like to
no
share
idea
with
what
you
the
some
other one is.
information about a few events outside the game. First, the annual Hoyo Fest Off-White exhibition will begin in July. This year's event venues have been completely upgraded, and the events will be held in core cities in 6 Southeast Asian countries.
Oh wow, places
That's
I'll never
right.
be.
We've also prepared a lot of event missions and new merchandise. Please follow our official channels for details about the events and tickets.
In addition, Honkai Star Rail will be joining Anime Expo this July. Come visit the Star Rail booth and claim free limited gifts.
Oh, yes,
A
another
special
place I
panel
will
for
be.
Honkai Star Rail will also be held at Anime Expo, featuring several special guests.
Please keep an eye out for more info and official announcements. See you at Anime Expo.
Well, thank you all for your kind introductions. Let me see.
There's
almost
like
out of
25
time.
minutes left.
We'll move it on to our next show in just a sec.
Oh,
You
right,
seem
and
mighty busy, Owlbert.
The whole
Well,
Pentagon
I
kid.
am a professional super host.
What's going on?
Oh, goodness, Albert.
no!
Hey, what's going on? It's not my time yet. Ah!
Yeah, it's been trained. Haven't seen it in a hot minute.
Not your world as the concept of a holy grail. Welcome to the live stage of the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collab special program.
Ah, long time no see, everyone.
No kidding.
I'm Aventurine from the Interastral Peace
I haven't
Corporation.
heard his ass in a
Howdy,
while.
Galaxy Ranger Boot Hill, at your service.
Welcome, both of you. I, Albert, have apparently been summoned by the Holy Grail to be this show's host today.
Albert, could your class be... speaker?
Oh, son of a gun. Ah, that's funny.
Maybe you two can call me presenter instead. That sounds nicer.
Well, presenter doesn't sound half bad. In that case, why don't you present the situation to our audience? Explain what you meant by summoned by the Holy Grail and why we've arrived at Penacony.
Well, the cosmos is full of surprises. Soon after the ripples of the Charmony Festival had calmed, the Trailblazer received a secret invitation from old Odie, head of the Alfalfa family. It turns out that the old Jen is planning a brand new entertainment spectacle called Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War.
Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War. Sounds like a Holy Grail War is taking place in the Sweet Dream.
That's right, but I have
What the
no
fuck was
idea
that?
where old Odie got his Holy Grail from. Let me give a brief explanation of everything here.
No shit,
It's said that the
Aventurine.
Holy Grail is a wish-granting chalice that can manifest any miracle. And the Holy Grail War is a magecraft ritual for obtaining that power. As long as you win in the brutal contest of the Holy Grail War, the Grail can fulfill your wishes.
That dadgum Wubba Boot Charmony Festival has only just concluded, and they're putting on a new show already.
Hey, don't forget that Penacony prides itself on being a holiday resort.
True.
How are they gonna attract tourists if they don't have any events? Besides, didn't the last Charmony Festival have a little accident? I mean, that probably wasn't great for Penacony's image. The family's definitely gonna want to find another opportunity to generate some buzz.
Well, I heard that old Odie hopes to make the Penacony and Holy Grail War into a new show that rivals the Charmony Festival, therefore returning Penacony to the cosmic limelight.
With dreams as the gimmick, the show is sure to attract a lot of money and a lot of dream chasers. I bet old Odie is thinking of the same thing.
This Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War program will be conducted in Penacony. The 7 invited participants will summon famous historical figures to fight alongside them as their servants. And the final winner will receive the precious opportunity to make their wish come true.
Chance to make any wish and any miracle come true. Well, that's definitely a nice gimmick. But, as we all know, people die if they're killed. Bullets don't discriminate. So, someone
I
gets
may
caught
not
in the
watch the show,
crossfire.
but I know that
Rest
line.
assured, everyone, the Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War production crew hereby swear that no one's life will be in danger in the dream. Everyone can participate and watch in peace.
All right. Well, since it's you, Owlbird, I'll believe it for now. So, who's participating?
To start off, the owner of the Radiant Feldspar, shareholder of Penacony's superstar, the Soul Glad Festivity, our dear Trailblazer will be participating.
Oh, so, the Trailblazer will be taking part in another adventure.
That's right.
How is that possible when we're
Miss
still in
Robin will
Victorious?
also be a part of this war.
Well, as another Penaconian shareholder, the Interastral Peace Corporation's Strategic Investment Department sent me as their representative in the war.
Hell
The
yeah.
Galaxy Ranger Boodle will also participate in this Holy Grail War.
Actually, I was just wondering, why is a criminal wanted by the IPC participating in this?
Micah got an invitation too, but he has no time for this. I can't turn a blind eye when someone's in a tight spot, so helping out was the least I could do.
Looks like Mr. Boodle really has formed deep bonds with folks in Dreamflux Reef.
Well, apart from those we've mentioned, are there any other special participants that we've been looking forward to in this Holy Grail War?
Of course. Apart from local Penaconian heroic spirits, 3 very well-known heroic spirits will also arrive by the Grail Summon and participate in this Holy Grail War. They are respectively Saber, Archer, and Lancer.
That's what I'm talking about. I wonder which heroic spirit will end up accepting a contract with the Trailblazer.
Now, see? This is how you attract attention. Now we're gonna get tons of views. That's why you pay big bucks to get the big names. As to what stories will unfold in this Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail War, and who will forge a contract with who, Trailblazers will have to find out in the game. Here's a reminder that the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail will officially start on July 11th. So keep an eye out for it. Now let's learn more about Saber and Archer, our 2 heroic spirits from
Hello,
another world.
adventuring.
Oh,
That's a
yes!
good name.
Saber's
doing?
dress seems a little different from usual now that she's arrived in Penacony.
Well, this is the planet of festivities after all. You gotta dress up for the occasion.
Exactly right.
I guess
the
you're
King of
excited
Knight's
for
new
this
outfit
update?
was personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It retains her iconic blue and white colors.
And her iconic ahoge.
That's right. It retains the nobility of a king and also emphasizes utility for a warrior. The lines along her shoulders and her cloak are straightforward, while the design of her skirt is quite reminiscent of timeless British fashion. As for how she looks in the game, well...
So she looked different in the game? Oh.
いつでも出陣できます燃え立て騎士の魂よはっトライクエアクスカイバー聖剣解放
Was that a follow-up attack?
Well, butter my fudge and call me a biscuit. That Excalibur truly shows her strength as a king.
Oh, talk about fancy visuals.
And how come the King of Knights is always stuffing her face? Even in Penacony.
Oh, looks like
Can't see that,
Penaconian food
Bruno.
is very much to her liking.
That's right. You can't fight on an empty stomach. Now, let's see how the King of Knights performs in battle.
Saber is a wind character following the path of destruction. Saber will gain a certain amount of core resonance when she enters battle. If she uses her technique in the overworld, Saber will obtain combat buffs and also more core resonances after entering battle. When she uses her basic attack, she can deal damage to a single enemy.
The King of Knights is cautious as ever in this new world. I see she's still hiding her weapon's appearance and true name.
When she uses her skill, Saber will deal damage to one designated enemy and its adjacent targets. If Saber has enough core resonance at that time, she'll consume core resonance to regenerate massive amounts of energy for herself and increase her skill's damage.
Ah. In other words, you need to accumulate as much core resonance as possible to increase the damage Saber deals.
Exactly.
Are there any other ways to obtain core resonance?
Yes, there are. Whenever any ally uses their ultimate, Saber obtains core resonance, and increases her own damage dealt.
We're gonna need someone who ults a lot.
The King of Knights has dispelled invisible air, barrier of the Wind King around her sword, releasing high-pressure air in the blink of an eye to form Strike Air, Hammer of the Wind King, dealing a devastating blow to the enemy.
Is that an
When using her
actual move?
ultimate, Saber will deal damage to all enemies and turn her basic attack into Enhanced Basic Attack. Her Enhanced Basic Attack can damage all enemies
not a
and
follow-up
provide
attack.
Saber with a certain amount of core resonance. Also, during battle, if the sum of Saber's energy and the energy she can regenerate via consuming core resonance exceeds the amount of energy she needs to use her ultimate, Saber will immediately take action.
Ah. So if you replenish core resonance in as many ways as possible, you can use Excalibur more frequently.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not only does this sword bear the King of Knights past, present, and future, but it also represents the noble ideal that was held in the hearts of the countless soldiers who once followed her in battle. Whew. All right, that concludes Saber's introduction. Now we'll move on to our next otherworldly heroic spirit, Archer.
Oh, seems like Archer cares about this Holy Grail War very much. He put on a new outfit, too.
He even changed where his accessories go. Those decorations he had on his chest are now on his shoulders.
What sharp eyes you've got, dear guest. Archer's
no
new
idea.
outfit was also personally designed by Mr. Takashi Takeuchi. It has the classic red and black look. The sharp contrasts, reminiscent of a blazing fire in the deep night, imbued with a dangerous allure. The combination of the long trench coat with skin-tight combat gear emphasizes his lean figure and is the perfect fusion of attractiveness and strength.
You got that right. Director, show us the game footage already.
What the fuck? Hey, that's mine.
悪くない代物だ核翼訓練 体ゴール I am the bone of my sword. Unlimited blade works.
So that's Unlimited Blade Works? Oh, quite impressive indeed. After all, Archer is a seasoned veteran of war.
I am the bone of my sword. That sentence sure brings back a lot of memories.
I agree.
Well then, let's take a look at Archer's combat performance in detail.
Okay, Archer is a quantum character following the path of the hunt. When he uses his basic attack, Archer can deal damage to one designated enemy.
An archer in close combat. That's pretty gutsy, I'll give him that.
That's right. But Archer hasn't exactly slacked off on his marksmanship training since coming to Penacony. When using his skill, Archer will consume 2 skill points to enter the circuit connection state, dealing damage to one designated enemy. While in the circuit connection state, Archer's turn will not end after he uses his skill, and he can continue to use his skill until he runs out of skill points.
Heads up. The more times you use his skill consecutively, the more damage Archer
No
deals
wonder
to
Sparkle's
enemies.
getting a fucking
After all,
rerun.
Everyone knows that a dual-wielding fighter who can't use their noble phantasm isn't a good archer. When using his ultimate, Archer will recite the classic chant to activate Unlimited Blade Wax, dealing damage to one enemy.
Apart from damaging the enemy, Archer's ultimate also grants him Special Charge. After any of his teammates' attacks, Archer will consume Special Charge to use a follow-up attack against the enemy targets, while also recovering 1 skill point for the team.
Oh, in that case, there's no need to worry about running out of skill points again.
He just couldn't help himself and had to use his favorite twin blades.
When he uses his technique to enter battle, Archer will deal damage to all enemies and obtain Special Charge.
And that's a wrap on Archer's introduction. Now, I have big news for everyone.
He's
when
free.
The collab event starts on July 11th and until the end of version 3.6, Trailblazers can log into the game to claim the limited 5-star collab character Archer for free.
Oh,
Nice.
awesome!
We hope that, under Archer's protection, every adventure that the Trailblazers embark on will cleave open the dark clouds and become a saga sung throughout the cosmos. We also hope that your encounter, or for some of you, a reunion, with the servants across this vast universe will bring you all wonderful memories in the days to come.
Oh, yeah. How about that? The free new limited 5-star character mentioned during the anniversary celebration is finally here as promised.
Actually, there's even more!
There's more?
Later this year, Trailblazers will get another brand new limited 5-star character totally for free!
What?
Awesome!
But let's keep our eyes on the present for now. I'm not quite done yet.
Who?
Besides claiming Archer for free,
I need
Trailblazers
to
can
know.
also directly obtain a set amount of character enhancement materials for Archer.
Wow, how thoughtful.
Yeah, this version's got a lot of characters to level up after all.
All right, now let's check out the banner details. Once the collab starts on July 11th, Trailblazers can use Star Rail special passes in the character collaboration warps Excalibur Excelsior and the Bone of My Sword to obtain the limited 5-star characters Saber and Archer respectively. In the Light Cone collaboration warp, Trailblazers can get the limited 5-star Light Cone, A Thankless Coronation from Birth of a King, and the limited 5-star Light Cone, The Hell Where Ideals Burn from Red Radiance of Fuyuki. In addition, pity counts are shared between the character collaboration warp banners and also separately shared between the Light Cone collaboration banners, but neither carries over to other types of warps.
Ah, okay.
It's
Yeah,
worth
people
mentioning
weren't
here
happy
that the
about that.
character and Light Cone collab banners will stay open long-term after the event starts.
Does long-term mean even after versions 3.4 or 3.6 wrap up, you can still pull Saber, Archer, and the limited 5-star Light Cones?
Exactly.
3.6,
These
huh?
collab banners will run across
That's enough
multiple
time.
versions with no fixed end date yet.
Oh, nice!
And here's one more piece of news for you all. Throughout the entire duration of version 3.4, using Star Rail special passes for your warps will bring some special limited time discounts. After the collab event starts, when Trailblazers spend a designated number of Star Rail special passes, they can directly obtain the limited 5-star Light Cone, The Hell Where Ideals Burn.
Throughout all of
Really?
version 3.4? In other words, after the 3.4
Wait, any warp. Really? So should I wait for Finon, or should I just... I kind of want to give him day one. Huh, maybe it'll count. I hope it counts.
update, and before the collab event starts, any Star Rail special passes used in the banners for Finan or other rerun characters will still count toward the total, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Oh, yeah!
Okay.
And now, as the collab kicks off, the voice actors for Saber and Archer have some things they'd like to say to all of us. Let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back to hear their special messages.
Okay then.
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。セーバー役のカスメヤコです。崩壊スターレールとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催ということで、私もとてもワクワクしています。この2つの作品にはどこか似ているものがあるなと感じました。剣を手に運命と立ち向かうセーバーの姿は、厳しい冒険の中でも前へと進み続ける開拓者の姿と似ているのではないかなと思いました。収録中はフェイトとスターレールの世界観が混ざり合い、新たな魅力が生まれていくのを感じました。あまり多くは話せないのですが、セーバーがスターレールの世界でどのように信念と理想を貫いていくのか、ぜひお楽しみください。このコラボがたくさんの皆さんに楽しんでいただけたら嬉しいです。星々と聖杯が交わる旅の中で、あなただけの熱い思いとロマンに出会えますように。
That's cute.
それでは最後に、開拓者よ、あなたが私のマスターか。
これからマスターになる開拓者の皆さん、こんばんは。フェイトステイナイトでアーチャーを担当しております声優の諏訪部純一です。崩壊スターレイルとフェイトステイナイトアンリミテッドブレードワークスのコラボが間もなく開催となります。赤い九兵はあまたの世界を旅してきましたが、ピノコニで繰り広げられる聖杯戦争は彼にとってこれまでとは全く違うものになるのではないでしょうか。 崩壊スターレイルの世界で
Is this the
アーチャーが
Sukuna
戦う姿が見られるのが本当に楽しみです。おなじみのキャラクターたちが未知の銀河で自分をどのように再定義していくのか、その行方をぜひ見届けてください。収録の際にアーチャーの戦闘シーン見せていただいたんですが、アンリミテッドブレードワークスの演出がとってもかっこよかったです。いや、気に入りました。素晴らしかったです。今回のコラボ企画の中でもアーチャーのかっこよさ存分にお楽しみいただけると思いますので、絶対にプレイしてくださいね。これはまたとんでもないマスターに引き当てられたものだ。
Alright! Big thanks to our voice actors for those thoughtful messages. With the Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collab about to launch, we want to take this opportunity on the program to sincerely thank all our partners in this collaboration. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Mr. Kinoko Natsu and Mr. Takashi Takeuchi for their unwavering support from the earliest planning stages to the final implementation. And thank you to the Animation Production Committee and everyone else involved for all their hard work on this collab.
Y'all are much appreciated.
Honestly, it's only with this kind of dedication that we can bring you all the ultimate joy!
In order to showcase the
come
Holy
from?
Grail War from multiple angles and levels, the organizers say that they've also prepared another combat-filled program, Fate Stay Night. It was a night with no wind and no moon under the cool breeze of Penacony. The Trailblazer met the red-haired Lancer destined to cross their path. He stepped forward, raising his spear and uttered that iconic line.
The goddess of beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all.
Oh, so it's that red-haired Lancer.
You got it. After the sweet dreams in the Holy Grail War tournament, the genius Skullum made some modifications to the Holy Grail. Now, the Grail can load the simulated data of past striders through the user's memories. So in Fate Stay Night, Trailblazers will face off against many familiar and old friends in intense one.
Are they serious with this one? They're joking. Yan Qing versus oh my lord. Poor boy got slaughtered.
V1! V1! V1 battles!
Wait,
Each
hold
contestant starts with unique skill. Fate Stay Night. Trailblazers.
He won? Yeah, he won. There was no fucking way. Oh my god. Akron must have gotten lost and didn't make it there because there's no fucking way he won against her.
Will face off against many familiar and old friends in intense one. V1! V1! V1 battles! Each contestant starts with unique skills and a set amount of health. Losing a round means losing health. And when your health hits 0, you're out.
Is there a smart way to beat your opponents?
At the start of the game, Trailblazers get some free pieces, each with different classes that grant different buffs. You can merge identical pieces to upgrade them. The higher the piece's rarity, the stronger the buff. Pieces of the same class have bonds between them too. Collect enough pieces of the same class, and you activate special bond effects that give you a serious boost in battle.
Looks like bonds are super important in this Holy Grail War, huh?
Absolutely. And that's not all. Trailblazers can also acquire noble phantasms during battle for extra help. Plus, during combat, Trailblazers can have the chance to get 3 command spells. Using these spells grants additional buffs.
Command spells, huh? Well, I'm curious. What role is the Trailblazer playing this time?
It's player.
This Grail feels kind of off. Forking hell. Could it be corrupted?
You're right on the money. Trailblazers can increase the Holy Grail's corruption level to unlock extra buff mechanics. The higher the corruption level, the more points you earn when you win. Heads up, raising corruption level also powers up your enemies. So watch your step, Trailblazers.
Oh, but don't worry too much. After all, this is a reality show competition, and just for entertainment. The organizers of Fate Stay Night have also prepared a special Protected Mode competition. In Protected Mode, Trailblazers can fight using trial characters, and enemy strength is toned down.
Ah, this way, new Trailblazers can jump in and fully enjoy the Holy Grail War experience.
I know a guy who would like that.
The production team cordially invites everyone watching to stay the night. Experience some epic battle action.
And score yourself some stellar jades and other awesome rewards.
Now, just a quick reminder, this Honkai Star Rail and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works collaboration is split into two parts. The Trailblaze Continuance, Sweet Dreams and the Holy Grail, and the event, Fate Stay Night. The Fate Stay Night event will open for play on July 11th. The two programs stand on their own, so Trailblazers can dive into each separately.
Awesome!
Oh,
So much
yes.
content!
All right. Big thanks again to our two guests. That wraps up today's Fate Collab Update.
Presenter, your mission is complete.
So it's a long
It's all
one.
part of the job. Anything for the Trailblazers. So Trailblazers, my honored masters, let's meet again in version 3.4. See you there.
We hope you'll stay the night.
Bye-bye.
See you next time, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye. This was a good. What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Okay, so final thoughts. Finon looks absolutely fucking insane. I knew this kid would be crazy, but good lord, dude is actually a fucking god. Where is he? It's like right around here.
All right. Now that
I dispel all of the
it's
Calamity
fucking
Titans, I'll enter a
nuts.
special state called Soul Scorch. In this state, I'll force all enemies to immediately take action, during which I receive reduced damage.
Like, surely he's gonna
and
be
each
the
hit I
highest
take
damage
builds
number
up
in the
the
game,
Soul
right?
Scorch
He's gonna be
stack.
that coin. He's gonna be
Once
fucking.
all enemies have taken action, I retaliate, dealing damage to all enemies and
Casterus.
then unleashing multiple instances of damage on one random enemy.
I know I say this with like Acheron and Casterus and like every other girl who looks fucking cool, bro. Literally, how the fuck can they beat this? Who is going to come out that is going to be cooler than this?
more souls
I'm probably going to be proven wrong, but good lord,
Scorch stacks
oh
he's
my
got,
lord.
the stronger that counterattack hits.
Brother
Using
is
these two
insane.
abilities also grants me an exclusive charge called Scourge, which fuels my third ability. With the power of the Foundation Titans, I dispel all debuffs
Casually
on
raining
myself,
meteors.
then use Scourge Charge to deal bounce damage. If I've maxed out the consumable
And just a Madara
Scourge
meteor
charge,
for fucking
I also
fun.
slam all enemies with extra damage.
Once all his actions have been used
And then
up,
this part just
Finon will
deletes the
unleash
fucking
one
world.
Final blow hitting all enemies before removing the territory. Finon's technique is pretty
Insane.
unique too. Upon casting it, Finon instantly
So who
strikes.
do they pair him up with?
Dealing ultimate, I'll create a territory. Core Flames.
Sunday, Bronya, and I assume a healer. Okay. Well, I have Sunday. I got Bronya.
Once I've collected
Yeah, looking good. Don't even. Oh my lord, bro. Where is it? This shit makes me weak.
Limited 5-star characters. Turn as well. Blade will. Oh wait.
Wait, where is it?
Lasers, radiant belt.
Maybe it's over here. The thumbnail doesn't show what you hover over it sometimes.
That means the spectral trans.
Maybe it's over here.
After like
No. Oh my god. Bro, they knew exactly what they were fucking doing. Even got her song in the background and everything. Good lord. The story of my life. So it's very like small changes, but I can see like a couple stickers. There's like the sand parts here green, but like this is pretty cool. I was not expecting. I thought it'd just be her and then like overworld, and then it's like normal Sam shit. But I'm glad they changed it. That's commitment right there.
With her
But yeah, Finon looks great. The skin looks fucking
uniform.
amazing. Holy crap! I thought this was a joke. I'm glad it's not. A little sad. This was actually supposed to be Kafka's skin, I heard, but because Firefly exploded in popularity, they switched it for her, which I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying a Kafka schoolgirl skin would kind of rock. Maybe one day. Yeah, the buffs look good. I saw like all the stats that it changes. They look really cool. Really happy that if people don't want like it, they can go back. That's really generous. Love that you fucking Candy Crush is coming back, or Honkai Crush, whatever the fuck it's called. Origami Clash. I loved that shit when it came out. I have to see what these do. Apparently this is like Kafka's new thing, so I'm gonna have to look what that does. I don't know what that does. That looks like a Memo Sprite thing. Because Mem's in it, it's probably Memo Sprite. Whew, the Fate event. Oh man, I don't know. I know for a fact I cannot pull this shit day one. Finon's gonna kill me, I feel it. And then there's High Sillins to think about. I need her because, hello, I still love Kafka and Black Swan and company. I need her. But yeah, I'm glad it's going to run for a while. It gives people like me a fucking chance. There's also, where the reruns, we also need to eventually top off and get E6 S5 Firefly just to, you know, full circle, rounded, complete. Everything looks good. My wallet is groaning. My wallet is groaning like it's never grown before, and like a month after all this drops, the fucking I got the convention to go to. Whether I get Archer and Company depends all on the fucking convention. Very good, very good, very good though. So that was the 3.4 live stream reaction, and I don't think I'll be streaming today. Maybe later. I saw that hard mode for Night Rain came out. Maybe I'll do that. If not, I'll be gone for the weekend. I'll be back Monday. Until then, catch you guys later. Bye.